back to my channel once again. So I instantly came up with a new video idea. I told you guys I'll be posting a video for beginner's book collection, but then instantly I thought of doing this video rather than doing that one. So yeah, this video idea came to me just right now. So I was like instantly doing this video right away. So this video is very special for me. That is 7+ movies that touched my life. So the first movie that I would like to share is one of my favorite movies, and I always recommend it to everybody, like anyone who just asks me that instantly. That is Instant Family. I don't know how much this movie influenced me. It had such an impact, such a big impact. I had a lot of good it's such a feel-good movie. I really enjoyed the movie, each and every bit of that movie, and the ending just my eyes were watered, and I was so sad. It was so sad. I love this movie. So basically this movie revolves around a couple who don't have kids. So they'll be planning to adopt a kid, but then they drops that idea, and then they plan to foster kids. So they don't really have any idea, and people around them kept teasing them, oh, you don't have any idea of what to do. And then these clueless parents goes and plans to adopt a kid. So they're like open into a new place, and they discover a lot of kids, and then eventually they fall into a teenager. That was actually not their exact plan. They are planning to take a little kid, then they fell into this teenager, and then they plan to adopt this teenager, but they end up adopting 3 kids who comes along with this teenager. So that's like they are a family of 5, and then this beautiful family goes through a lot of things, and the ending is such a beautiful ending. You guys must watch this movie, because this movie just took my breath away. I was so happy after watching this movie. I just felt that vibe inside me fueling up. I was really happy after watching this movie. So go watch Instant Family right away. Next movie I would like to recommend is A Dog's Purpose. This movie is also one of those amazing movies out there, and I love this movie. I genuinely have a lot of feelings. I legitimately love this movie, and one of my friends made me watch this movie, and I was not into movies a lot, just like I said, but I watched this movie, and this movie just made me cry as well. There's a lot of aspect which touches life in certain parts of it. Is really beautiful, and sometimes, as I said, we fail to see the beauty of little things out there, and then when we look back, or when we revisit these memories, we have this recognition of how far we've come, or what are the things that we did, and we might feel like correcting our mistakes, going back in time and doing things. But it's not possible. Sadly, it's not possible, and then we realize a lot of things. So A Dog's Purpose is basically revolves around a dog and his life, not his or her. This dog has a lot of lives, and we're going through each and every life of this dog. Each time he dies, he gets a rebirth, and then in each of his life, he experiences different things. He's born as a different person. This dog is born as a different person. Like this dog is one life he's born as a pet, on the other he's born as a dog who is under the police care, and all of these things just revolves around a dog and his life, his rebirth, and again birth, and all these things. And this is so beautiful, and it's a feel-good movie as well. Go watch this movie right away. Next movie I absolutely adore is Little Miss Sunshine. This is so good. The little kid in there just adores, stole my heart. She just stole my heart, and I love her so much. And this movie is so good. I watched a review I guess lately, and I was so impressed, and I instantly went and watched the movie, and I was literally impressed again. I was so happy to see this movie. I'm a person who enjoys watching movies with good values rather than just romantic movies. I hate romantic movies in general. I love, basically the movies revolve around a girl and a boy and cliche romance, and I hate this. The movies I love watching is family movies with some good values in it, because it also improves my English, plus it also gives me an exact idea or a different outlook for life. And I really enjoy watching these kinds of, feel-good movies, and something that will entirely change your vibe. Plus, it will also help us it also helps us look from a different perspective. So it's really great to watch such movies in your life, and it will help you in many ways. So this movie, which I already told you, is so good. Little Miss Sunshine is about a girl who love to go to be part of this Miss Sunshine competition, which is happening in a place, and then she and her family is poor, and they sets out a journey, and the things happening and revolving around this journey and a lot of other things. We just feel so good after watching this movie. I felt so sad, and at the end of the movie we really feel like crying, and we will also feel like this is such a movie, you just missed it after this long time, and then just go watch it. It's amazing. Next movie is turned as a kids movie, but it's not a kids movie. So this movie is Mary Poppins. I don't want to explain further about this movie. This movie is one of those movies I love out there. From this movie is where I got that word supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, and yeah, Mary Poppins used this word in her first movie. There's like literally 2 movies, and then in first movie she used this word, and I love Mary Poppins a lot. She's so adorable. She's so good. Like, I love her. She's so gorgeous. And yeah, guys, it's so good. You must watch this because I don't have any words to explain it in precise method. So I just tell you to go watch this movie right away because it has a lot of beautiful aspect, magical things, and you know, a lot of good things are revolving around this movie. Go watch this. So I'm not giving an introduction or anything. I'm just giving the recommendations because you guys have to go out there and discover what this movie holds in it. So yeah, Mary Poppins, both of them, 1 and 2. The next movie I would like to recommend is Matilda. This is also a very beautiful movie. It's also a very feel-good movie that touched my life in a lot of way. Like from different aspects, it touched my life. So this movie is about a girl named Matilda, just like the title suggests, and the story outlines the story of this gifted girl Matilda and the things in her school. She has a strict principal, like an evil principal there, and when she realizes she has this power, she tends to use them. Normal thing. So a lot of amazing things happening around this beautiful and gorgeous little girl named Matilda. This is also an amazing movie. You guys should go and watch this movie. As I said, all of these movies really touched my life, and some movies I recommended today are like cute movies that I love all the time. So we're coming to the end of the video, but before I end this video, I would like to recommend 2 of Korean films that I love and that literally made me cry and touched my life in a lot of ways. The first movie is Train to Busan. This movie is so good. It explains a zombie apocalypse, and it's so good. I was like, I really cried at what happened at the end. Oh my god, it was such a terrible tragedy. I was so sad at the end of this movie. This movie, I guess, is free in YouTube itself. So you guys must go watch this instantly. It has got subtitles along with it, so it'll be like easy to watch this movie. I literally cried at the end of this movie. It was a nighttime, and when I watched this movie, and I just cannot recall how sad I was after watching that movie. I was so sad. I had such a heavy heart after that. So the second Korean film I would like to recommend is Blind. So this movie is about blind. She was a blind woman. So this woman was a police woman before, and then a terrible tragedy happened in her life, and she became blind, and the things happening after she became blind, something she experiences after she became blind, just oh my god, it was such a bad thing, and then she had to go through all of these as a blind woman and have to face all these hardships as a blind person. This movie has a lot of amazing bonding, it made me cry as well because some part of this movie is so good. I mean, you know, a pet and a woman, she has got a pet, and this movie is so good, and how much that pet, you know, and the pet and women has this bond, this amazing connection. That pet helps her in a lot of ways, and she has a lot of things. I mean, she had a brother and she lost her brother, and there's a lot of things in this movie which you must go and watch. It's actually a psychological thriller film. But from a different perspective, as a psychological thriller film, you don't have to watch it, but from a perspective of a woman who lost her eyes, once had it and lost it in her life, is like very different. You must watch it from that perspective, and the end, oh my god, this is so good. The ending is actually a very beautiful ending, to be honest. Like, I'm telling you that because I cannot resist to say that. It's so good. The ending is good. Go watch this movie. I love this movie as well. So 2 Korean films and rest the others English movies. So go watch all these movies. If you guys seem interested in any of these contents I've explained, like any of these, what should we say? Any of these things you seem interested, go watch it right away because I'm like sure that this movie will touch your life the way it did mine, because every people, like everyone who watched this movie had a very different vibe in them. So I think you guys will have it that's the same way as I did. And yeah guys, that's it for today's video. So I'm really sorry for not doing the video book recommendations for beginners, as I have a long shelf back. I have to gotta find you know, there are certain books like every booktubers out there suggest for beginners. I don't want to do that. I want to find some amazing recommendations for you from both fiction and non-fiction, so I'll be able to give a different wide variety of books and something that will like stand out from the others, like from the other YouTubers. So I'm planning to do that, the other booktubers, to be honest, and something like that. So I'm like you know, discovering a lot of other books. I'm still reading a lot. And I'll be doing a video soon for books for beginners. Stay tuned for that. Love you all. Bye.